The journey has been long. Starting with over 2,000 players, we are now down to just 2 teams. There you can see those 4 teams that started out the day, all with great hopes for that trophy. Now it's Cloud9 and girls, the only 2 teams left to contend. All matches are best of 5 matches up to this point, but now we're going into that best of 7 grand finals. Cloud9, of course, coming off the undefeated streak in the upper bracket. They are going to get a single game advantage going into this best of 7. You can see them now sitting pretty for this match against girls. A rematch, in fact, of what we saw earlier today, which did go all the way to game 5.
Yeah, you could probably just fill in a 1 there on the bracket already for Cloud9, because again, they have that first game already in the bag. They have to win 3. For them, it's exactly the same as it's been. Just win 3 games and you get to move forward. For girls, since they're coming up from the lowers, they have to win 4 games if they want to knock off Cloud9 and take that trophy home.
Absolutely.
So intimidating going into a series knowing that you are at a game disadvantage, but no bracket reset. That is huge here for girls. It means that that whole daunting, I've got to reset the bracket and beat them again, that's not happening here. There's just a 1-game advantage, and you know what? These guys are confident, they're focused. We've seen Scrub Killer all tournament long, ready to go. I'm so excited.
Well, we do have girls coming in hot. Cloud9 did get a chance to relax, talk about strategy during that last match, maybe shake out some stiff joints there, but they're back in their seats, they're looking ready. And I know that Squishy Muffins, he's a player who has competed a lot. He's a fan favorite in the community, and he's got some thoughts about playing under pressure.
Me personally, I just try to forget the environment I'm in, how many people might be watching, judging. Like, that's not something that should be on your mind. If you think about, oh, if I mess up, what are people gonna say? It's just putting like unnecessary pressure on yourself. So I try to just throw that away, focus on the game, and just try my best to perform well for my team.
Great mindset going in there.
Absolutely. Squishy Muffins, they are the robots because he's able to get that mindset. He's able to just shake off everything, say, I'm not going to worry about people, not going to worry about circumstances, not going to worry about pressure, just going to play my game the same way I have for 10,000 hours.
And you can see there, double trouble, G2 Esports, girls. These guys have beaten the opponents they're about to face in the final before. That is a huge resume of strong teams that they have cruised through.
Gimmick said in the interview after their last game, who would they rather play? He'd rather play girls because we already beat them once, and they have a 1-game advantage on them now. So, you know, easy stuff. Cloud9's feeling good.
I don't know if it's going to be so easy, guys. Girls coming in hot off a match that definitely challenged them, that definitely got their brains working, and they're going right into the grand finals now. Having played Cloud9 earlier today, do you think that they're going to be able to learn from that earlier match?
I think it's going to have a lot to do with just being able to get out of that trouble that they had earlier, get out of that mindset, you know, reset. This is a new series that they're going to be playing for girls. Even though they've lost once, you know what? This is a different best of 7 going on here. They'll be able to do this, I think.
And they are coming in hot, like Rachel said. They just played 2 series back-to-back, and they're having a controller issue right now. We'll get that figured out, and then we'll have a great matchup here. But, you know, girls, I mean, they just want to have fun. They just want to play well, and we'll see if we can have a good grand finals.
Yeah, well, we cannot forget the prize money on the line here. Girls knows that it's important.
You can see that they've played an extra match here because they dropped down to the lower bracket. That's probably the best part of coming to the upper bracket. You have to just play 4 matches to win the whole thing. You know, when you drop early like Complexity did, they had to play so many games. They'll finish there in 3rd, but right now, girls trying to take that #1 spot.
I think Scrub Killer actually enjoys the extra matches. I was talking to Greasy earlier, and he's like, you know what? I just don't really like to think about it too much. I have to tell myself, forget whoever I'm playing, you know what? I can beat them. I'm the best. And like, he was literally like pounding his chest going, I'm the best, I can do this. And you know, going through the losers bracket, being able to beat all those teams, what better way to build your confidence?
Yeah, I love also watching the teamwork take place on girls. Thanks to the listen-ins today, we've got a little more insight into how they interact between matches, during matches. Amazing that Scrub Killer, so young, is so commanding when it comes to laying out strategy, you know, talking with Greasy Meister. I love esports because it doesn't matter how old you are, there's so much respect between players with skill. And so Greasy Meister, Scrub Killer, are equals on this team, and it's incredible to watch.
It's easy to forget because we've said it a number of times that this is like Scrub's first big event, his first, official kind of land, kind of a precursor to his first season of RLCS, and that he's a rookie, he's new here. He's been competing on stages in a number of capacities for a while, and he streams every day for thousands of people from his bedroom. This guy is not unfamiliar with the idea of having lots of eyes on him, lots of pressure, and he knows how to handle it so well.
But it wasn't always that way. Quinn, we're talking about the early Scrub Killer days when he was just 12 years old. Can you tell us the story of when you first met Scrub Killer?
Scrub Killer, meeting Scrub Killer? Okay, way back in RLCS Season 1. That's when I was competing over at LAN, and Scrub Killer, he was 12 years old. He couldn't compete yet. There's an age barrier, and that's what it was. They just flew him out there. He was there with his dad, and I can remember he was like this tall here, like barely up to your chest. He walks right by, and I'm like, Scrub, you're not gonna come say hi at least? Come on. He goes, who are you? And like his thick little Scottish accent. Forgive me, everybody. But then I just say, it's Quinn, man, what's going on? And he goes, oh, you're so big. Yeah. And his eyes were just huge and lit up. He ran over, said hi, and it's just awesome actually now to see him grow so much, both as a person, as a player. I'm so excited to be able to see him compete and see if he'll be able to turn this into a win.
And even then at the World Championships that first season, they found some computers, he sat down and started playing 1v1s against all the pros, against all the casters, and was just mopping the floor with everybody.
He was winning them all.
He was.
We got a lot of love for girls. I do want to check in with Cloud9 as well. We've got Larry on the floor with Torment for some words for our championship team here heading into the finals bracket.
Yeah, Rachel, we're back here in the Players Lounge, the player area where they work out and get ready before the matches. Standing by with Torment. You might know that name, of course. He's a member of Cloud9. He's on the 3v3 scene. Was here last year when C9 made the trek to the grand final of the Universal Open. They didn't win it all last year. And talk to me about making the decision to bring in a new member with Squishy Muffin to play with him, to bring in Gimmick. What went into that decision-making process?
Honestly, it was my decision to not play with Squishy this season. Last season, we got like 9 to 12th out of 16. It was a different format. But I decided to play with Fireburner from Energy, and just let them play because I think their play styles will work better together, and just in the 2v2 game mode in general.
What about their play style that allows them to have some success here in 2v2?
They're more aggressive, better at dribbling. They pressure the ball really well, as you can see. I mean, they're doing really well at this tournament. I thought they would do really well as well. And yeah, I just think in general, just their play style.
All right, lastly, what are your thoughts heading into this grand final? You think they can pull it out? They have that one game advantage already.
Since they did it once, yeah, I think they can do it again, and I'm rooting for them.
All right, there you go. He's Torment, still a member of Cloud9, watching on Squishy Muffins and Gimmick. All right, Rachel, let's go back to you in the studio.
Larry, thanks so much. I'm noticing a big correlation between successful teams and their support systems. Cloud9, I think, has the most people here at this event.
They've had quite a lot of parents, teammates also showing up. Part of that is also, like, I think Torment's local in the area and could just drive down, but he was hanging out with some of the players afterwards, took them on a drive up to Dairy Queen. I think they maybe even gave some Europeans their first taste of true Southern ice cream down there. I don't know. But they've been having a good time.
It has been, I think, really awesome for Cloud9, especially to have that extra player there. Even if it's just somebody to help them unwind, that's a big part of this competitive atmosphere. And I think that goes the same way for Scrub Killer, having his own dad there at all these events. It's just somebody that, no matter how stressful these matches become, because this is by no means some small-time tournament. There's a lot of money on the line here. There's pride on the line, and a beautiful trophy as well. Being able to have somebody who can just calm you down after the end of the matches and just keep you focused, oh, that's invaluable.
Absolutely. Fans watching, we are just going to solve a quick controller issue, and then we'll be on our way. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsor in the meantime.
We're watching the Universal Open together.
And he was in charge of the snacks.
I might have gone a little overboard.
Brisk Dual Force Guava Ginger Limeade, exclusively available at 7-Eleven for a limited time.
You're watching the Universal Open Rocket League Tournament, presented by 7-Eleven in Brisk. Check out the schedules and tournament progression at universalopen.gg and follow us on Twitter at Universal Open.
Hey, welcome back to the Universal Open. We are about to head into our finals in just a few minutes once we get a controller issue sorted out. That finals is going to take place between Cloud9 and girls. We've been watching all these players all tournament long. Every one of them has had a special moment. Squishy Muffins may have had a few more than others, so let's check them out while we talk through it.
This guy, Squishy Muffins, a household name when it comes to Rocket League, always been known as a robot, and you're gonna see why, because he is absolutely incredible. His offense, it is second to none.
I mean, just look at the shot. He just stole a ball off of a player, rotating out of his own corner. He's like, nope, this is mine, and then just Doomsy dishes it in. Able to just set up Gimmick over and over again as well. Squishy he is just a mechanical mastermind. When it comes to mechanics, there are few players who are even in the same category as Squishy Muffins in the world.
This is one of the crazier shots, using that flip reset and then getting the bump there on the defender. It's just so impressive always when you watch Squishy Muffins because, you know, he really is anything possible. He's so young as well, which is kind of scary to think about. He only is gonna get better. This guy, he hasn't even graduated high school yet.
So many of the Rocket League players are so young. I mean, it is a young scene. People like Scrub Killer are a testament to that, but I can't wait to see where Squishy Muffins is in just a few years.
And we also have his mom here. Squishy Muffin's got a great support system. Mary Lou, she brings him to the tournament. She does a little knitting while she's here. She even gave him his name Squishy Muffins by faithfully baking muffins that one day. So shout out to, again, all the wonderful support systems in Rocket League, especially the parents. Squishy Muffins hanging out, getting ready for this match.
Do you think she makes more muffins now that...
He doesn't even like muffins.
Hey, isn't that crazy? He names himself Squishy Muffins. He doesn't even like muffins. We had some for breakfast. He didn't take one.
That's like the most internet
Did
thing.
he squish them though?
Holy, get these away from me.
They were like hard muffins. He's like, I don't deal with hard muffins. I need them to be squishy. It's just not a word you should use to describe food. I don't understand.
I love it. Well, and we talk about Squishy Muffins. We got to talk about Gimmick because every single move on the field is so important in 2v2. There's no lollygagging. You have so much defending to do. Squishy Muffins, we just saw 26 goals, 26 saves, does a lot of work all over the field. Can we say the same about Gimmick?
I think Gimmick has really been kind of the star of the show here. Even though we talk so much about Squishy Muffins and he's so impressive and his reputation precedes himself, so opponents actually become very afraid of Squishy, but they underestimate Gimmick. So often you see him turning his car midair, and I was speaking with Jane Apps from G2 about it. A lot of people think that it's just kind of useless, it's just there for flair, but when a player is so creative that they're just constantly moving and turning their car, you're never really sure which part of the car they're going to hit the ball with. It makes it so much more difficult to predict and to be able to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. He's just had such an impact for his team.
Squishy Muffins is such a pillar of Rocket League. Gimmick and Torment both kind of live in Squishy's shadow, and it's easy to forget how good these players are. If Gimmick were to go off and start to join almost any other team, he'd probably be the star player on that team. It's just that he's got a player of Gimmick standing right next to him.
Another huge factor of this tournament as well. We talked about it at the beginning. We talked about it all throughout. It's NA versus EU, and it's actually beautiful how this tournament worked out. We've got Greasy talking a little bit about NA versus EU as well here.
I feel like that was more an issue before. Earlier days, the EU teams were like a lot better than NA in general. And I think that was because they focus on different things than we do. Like streaming, for example, all the things outside of the game. But in Europe, only the goal we have is to win. But I feel like now it's pretty equal, EU and NA. Like last time, it was like 4-3 in the final, so it's pretty close.
Well, he thinks things are equivalent between NA and EU, and our bracket would agree with him here as we take Cloud9 from NA and girls from EU into the finals.
It is interesting he points out the auxiliary things that could distract people as a reason for why North America used to not be as good as Europe. And the thing is that as our scene has developed and as all of these players have become superstars in their own right from no matter where they are, it's kind of even. Everybody's having to think about streaming or about a YouTube channel or about sponsorships, about organizations and stuff like that. So everyone's kind of got the equal distractions now. And now it just comes down to who practices the most Rocket League.
Well, we got no more distractions, just Rocket League as we head into the first of our final match. Caleb, Quinn, take it away.
The grand finals of the Universal Open. Girls taking on Cloud9. You got Cloud9 in the blue, girls in the orange. best of 7 starting in game 2. Again, just to clarify and make sure that is not an error on your screen, this is how it's supposed to be. Cloud9, because they came through the upper bracket, start with a 1-game advantage. They have already won game 1 by default, and we start in game 2. So with that said, let's play some Rocket League Squishy. Starts us off hot, and Cloud9's got the lead.
Showing us how they came through that upper bracket here. Gimmick with some good interference there on the wall play. Greasy Meister, he was looking to get that touch there right off the bounce of the ball. Unfortunately, going there a little early is just going to give that ball straight away to Cloud9. A good punish there from Squishy.
Cloud9 got the lead in the series and now the lead in the game. An early goal from them, but girls, they've had an entire series to think about what they did in that first series that they lost against Cloud9. They've had plenty of time just to really get into their groove. It's possible that the delay that we had for the controller issue could have actually maybe cooled him off a little bit, but if we know Scrub Killer, it's not going to affect him at all. Up high the ball after just a slight miss there from Scrub on a shot. That'll be Gimmick who takes over control. Greasy Meister waits for him. The challenge still won by Cloud9. Sent back out to midfield. Greasy Meister falling back to his goal, and Squishy will play it to the corner. Greasy Meister with a response. Up to midfield and across into a blue corner. Gimmick popping it high. Scrub Killer watching for an opportunity. Greasy Meister trying to zone Gimmick off the ball. But Gimmick right now doing all the work. Bumping 2 players, passing it out to Squishy, blocked by Scrub Killer. Gimmick over the side. Scrub Killer takes a shot and Gimmick saves it to the side. Scrub Killer now back to Greasy Meister, looking for the shot, blocked by Gimmick. Gimmick doing excellent work on the front line here for Cloud9. Squishy Muffin's just been kind of lurking, waiting for an opportunity to strike. Back over. Gimmick puts it in the corner. Greasy Meister a long way down the field. What a play indeed. Squishy just pushes the ball into his corner. Gimmick now around the corner. Squishy. Quick, tight rotations here from Cloud9 in their own half. Greasy Meister was causing just a lot of frustration, just being a nuisance in that blue corner. Greasy now up, challenge 1. Over to Squishy. Dunked by Scrub. Gimmick lofting it high. Scrub falling back. Gimmick will follow it up himself. And so much ball control here from Gimmick here in game number 1 as we're approaching halftime.
Cloud9, they're so good at just turning these 1-goal leads into a win. You don't really see this with many other teams, just being able to stretch that 1 goal to mean so much and shut out your opponents. But Cloud9 are so good at it. You can look at Gimmick for the reason why. He's so good at air dribbling, so good at the 50-50 game. And we're going to watch and see, can girls do anything to break this control here from Cloud9?
Squishy lofts the ball towards the goal, but Scrub Killer gets it away. Now Gimmick, midfield. Baits in 1, Greasy in net, clears it to the corner. A demolition on a Squishy from Scrub Killer will open up some space and gets it past Gimmick as well. Now off towards the goal, actually looking maybe for, he looks for a midfield boost. Like at that angle, there's a chance he was actually looking for Squishy, but didn't find him. 1:58 on the clock. Greasy Meister to Scrub. Very few scoring opportunities so far for the girls. It's Greasy Meister. Double 1, drop it down. There's Scrub Killer, finds it on the drop, straight down. Gimmick was caught on the rotation. The backboard positioning wasn't good for Cloud9, and it's a tie game.
This is very aggressive positioning from Scrub Killer. Not only was he just in that corner with the follow-up, he goes straight to the ball off that waterfall pass there. That is just the epitome of aggression here.
Beautiful play, Cloud9. Now needing to find another goal if they want to take the lead here in game 2. We see the equalizer from girls. Scrub Killer, pass 1. Falling down, now following up his own touch. Gimmick will try to take it away from him, but it doesn't matter. They put it into the goal, and girls has the lead.
And this is a very smart play here from Scrub Killer. It's going to come off of a mistake here from Gimmick as Gimmick tries to float and touch that ball. Scrub Killer immediately moves his card to the left there, just goes straight for that dunk there, and it ends up pinching off the 2 players to go on in. There's nothing Squishy can do about that one.
That was incredible awareness from Scrub Killer.
Very similar to that Lethamir 50-50 play we saw earlier, where Lethamir was trying to go for those dunks here. We see Scrub Killer, he's just trying to keep that ball, maintain possession in the 50-50 game.
Force your defensive touches to actually turn for his own good. Scrub Killer back towards Greasy, both trying to play it off the back of their cars, but a very difficult shot to make, and it will not materialize. 1:05 left to go here in game 2. It's Gimmick. Over and across, Greasy Meister putting it high, over the top of Gimmick. Following up his own touch, and misses Squishy Muffins off the wall. Playing it out into the orange. Cloud9 had that first goal in this game, but now trailing. Needing to find an equalizer. Pass to one. Gimmick looking to bring out Greasy. Takes it away, now Scrub Killer with the chase. Sends it towards the goal, Squishy will be there and send it to the side. Scrub Killer, though, will grab the boost from the corner. Now Cloud9 having to play a bit of defense, and with 30 seconds remaining, don't really have time for this. Squishy wins one challenge, but it's against Scrub now in the goal, and Scrub plays it to the side. Patience here from the Scotsman to send it away. 22 seconds remaining. Now back down. Squishy in his own corner. He's got Gimmick in front of him. He can go for the demos. Squishy's got to find a way through. They bump into each other. Girls hit each other in the midfield, but it doesn't matter. Scrub Killer actually comes out with ball control, wins 150-50, tries to pop it high, just kills the ball. Now Gimmick chasing it. Greasy Meister moving into a defensive position. The ball will be on the wall, and Gimmick can possibly find Squishy here. Do they connect? No! Stolen away by Scrub Killer. Greasy will try to carry it into the goal for one more. It won't quite make it there, but game two goes to girls.
Solid play here from girls, and very different than the way we saw earlier in their earlier matchup. We see here girls playing very aggressive, and Gimmick looking for those bumps that he's been so successful with and not really getting many at all. He wasn't very successful, kind of almost going missing.
8 shots to 7 here in this game. The one shot advantage there for girls is they're able to find the victory. The first goal was for a Cloud9 side, but everything else here, girls able to find the back of the net, immediately bounce back. They immediately eliminate that advantage that Cloud9 brought in for coming from the winners finals.
And looking at these highlights here, we'll see what made girls so successful here. It actually started off all with Cloud9 after a big mistake there from Greasy Meister, just giving that ball away from Cloud9, and a solid lurk there from Squishy. But here, this is where we see the aggression from girls start to pay off, where Cloud9 is so successful in the dribble game. We didn't see that happen because girls just didn't want to let that go.
That dunk on the Gimmick, absolutely insane. He starts to air dribble. Scrub Killer pulls the ball up into the air and then pulls himself away from the ball to give Gimmick space to play it into his own car. The Gimmick now hits the ball into Scrub Killer. It's insane how aware Scrub Killer is of where he needs to be and how to turn any situation into a scoring opportunity, and it gives him the win in game two. Now, a game apiece, effectively at a best of 5. First to win 3 games here now will be our champions, and we'll take home that trophy. We got a few more games to go.
With no more bracket reset, you're right, it is just effectively now a best of 5. That's going to be big here for girls, I think, who will be able to take some of this momentum and move on through this series.
And we'll see as we move into game 3, sort of adjustments Cloud9 is able to make. After that initial scoring opportunity on the defensive error from Greasy Meister, there really wasn't that many opportunities as the defense from Cloud9 held on very well. Greasy through the air after kickoff. Gimmick back down. Scrub Killer at midfield here. Greasy Meister up to Scrub Killer, dropping down the touch from Gimmick. Can Scrub get it there? No, it's played away. And Squishy continue. Back down the field underneath Greasy. Scrub Killer plays it into the corner. Gimmick tried to take a shot. Blocked away by the defense again of girls. And Gimmick onto the backboard. Greasy Meister out to midfield. Squishy Muffins uncontested. Take the pass across to Gimmick, and they find the pass play, but the shot's just a bit high, and now the quick transition down the field. Scrub Killer moving in as Squishy gets demolished. Scrub Killer will take the shot. Is it good? No, it's wide of the goal. A difficult angle, but a double demolition. Squishy Muffins demolished immediately as he respawned. It leaves Gimmick alone with no boost. Squishy Muffins will be respawning on the back line as that stall from Greasy Meister kind of momentarily paused play across the entire field. We will neutralize back, but getting demolished and then immediately being demolished as you respawn can't be something that doesn't tilt you just a little bit, Quinn.
It is very frustrating to deal with, but important thing to note is he did steal their boost, but going for the demolition there, that's going to respawn with 32 boosts there. So he is doing a good job on kind of limiting their boost control, Greasy Meister is, but maybe not as effective as you would have been hoping.
Another demolition on the Gimmick. Girls have been very physical. Gimmick over to the corner. Greasy Meister pass one, now Scrub Killer up, taking a shot towards the goal, towards the far corner, and Squishy will save it away. Greasy Meister gets beaten by Squishy, goes across the Scrub Killer, not to be beaten in the midfield. Ball now in the orange corner. Scrub Killer trying to get under one. Carrying it into midfield. Very neutral game right now. Both teams just fight for midfield control. Squishy Muffins looking to pass across to Gimmick, but intercepted by Greasy, and it goes laterally back onto the wall. Gimmick comes off, the win. Clean win from Scrub Killer. Will send it onto the blue backboard. They'll have to take a shot. It hits the crossbar, but Greasy Meister should be able to shoot. He shoots across the net, and Squishy makes the save. A difficult shot, but a good save from Squishy Muffins as well. And now, Scrub Killer nearly sets up Gimmick in front of his own net. That one will go away. Nobody's scored yet, and we're across halftime here in game 3.
I liked seeing Greasy Meister go for that shot there because Scrub Killer was in the net behind the two Cloud9 members. He could have got a bump coming from behind, and those are the most dangerous when you don't see the player and you're not actively aware of where they're positioned. That's when those bumps can be most effective.
2:07 on the clock. Scrub Killer in midfield. Gimmick takes over control. Puts it over the top of one, then bumps Greasy Meister in net, but Squishy can't find the shot. That's an overcommitment, and Scrub Killer just sends it down the field. Can Gimmick get there in time? He does. They'll avoid the counterattack, but still the miss from Squishy. What could have been the lead here for Cloud9.
Not something you could say is very characteristic there of Squishy Muffins. How often can you see him miss one of those double touches? He's known for just how consistent he is.
And it wasn't for Squishy Muffins, not a very difficult shot, especially with Gimmick holding down the goalie in net. He knew he wasn't going to get challenged, he just had to put it on target. And we'll stay scoreless here with 1:28 left to go. Now Squishy through the air, carrying it towards the backboard. Scrub Killer intercepts cleanly. Gimmick now up and sends another shot. Greasy Meister bumped by Squishy on the rotation out, and that's the lead for Cloud9.
Again, I mentioned earlier, these bumps here, when it comes from behind here, watch Squishy. Greasy Meister is definitely on ball cam here. He's focused on the ball. He can only see behind his car. He will not be able to see Squishy Muffins there come in for that bump.
1:22 left to go. Cloud9 now with the lead. They had the lead in game number 2 as well. That was very early on. Gave plenty of time for girls to come back. Now approaching the final minute here of game 3. Scrub Killer looking for a pass, a double commit from Cloud9. A bump onto Gimmick will open up the net. Can he get Squishy as well? Squishy with the flip off the wall. Oh my goodness. What a way to save this. And can Gimmick get a second goal on the other end? Not quite. But the defense of Squishy, a very difficult situation. And he sends it away, keeps their net clean.
You can see really just how much pressure these players are under. Missing quite a few shots, both these teams. Shots that they normally would be hitting, and we've seen them hit all tournament long.
Work from Gimmick. Greasy Meister now over the top. Does it make it past Squishy? No. Goes to the corner, and Gimmick adds some pace to it to try and get it out of the corner. Wins the 50-50, but here comes Scrub. Up onto the wall. Greasy Meister over the top of one. Can Scrub Killer do this? He's gotten it past the defense. He's just going to tuck it into the corner. He can't find it. So difficult, but he needs that goal right now with 20 seconds left. Still down by 1. They've got to equalize.
The creative play there with 15 seconds left. He had beaten all the defenders. It's just a matter of getting that shot on target.
Greasy Meister goes for the flip reset. It's wide, and Squishy sends it into the corner. Now Scrub Killer into pressure. Pops it up high again. And Greasy Meister just trying to harass Gimmick in net. All for naught as Gimmick gets up in time, clears it away with 1 second on the clock. No time left. They have to keep this in the air. Scrub Killer keeps it away from his net, and Squishy up in the air. They have to respect his positioning. They can't do anything but react, and Squishy does his job. That's the win for Cloud9.
Just an absolutely, such a tense match that was right there. Seeing Squishy Muffins there miss that one double touch on that back wall. Seeing Scrub Killer beat 2 players in a 1v1 twice on 2 separate occasions and unable to put that shot in. You could see Greasy Meister, he had gone for the bump on that play. He thought that ball was going to be in too.
They were ready for it, but we've seen girls be in the situation before where they're not mechanically doing as well. It seems like, oh, this might be the time they drop to the lower bracket or something like that. This happened on day 1 and on day 2, but they were able to bounce back. They were able to ground themselves very well and recover and start to play their game cleanly. Here in game 3, though, it was all about Cloud9, as they will now take the game advantage back here in the series.
Started there with that bump. Gimmick just putting that shot on target and letting Squishy do all the work there. You can see Scrub Killer. He actually does a good job getting a piece of that ball, but a good placement there from Gimmick, getting it on target, and then putting all the pressure on the defender to make that save. So it was 1 goal. That's unbelievable. Kept to a 1-goal game.
Very, very close games here. 11 shots we saw from girls in that game. No goals to show for it. The defense, I was so impressed with Squishy's block there on that final attempt we saw from girls. was able to dismount and the flip in the air to stall his car right behind the ball, block any opportunity that Scrub or Greasy had of recovering and taking a second shot. So game 4 inbound here. Girls has 1 win, Cloud9 has 2. Searching for that 4-game total that gives you the trophy and the massive prize pool and the title, the honor, the prestige of being the Universal Open champion.
And how about that triple touch as well from Scrub Killer? And being able to do that on top of Squishy Muffins, being both the defenders, still unable to get that ball in. It's going to be a matter of if these players don't get discouraged and break their own mental state.
So far, we haven't seen much of kickoff goals in this series. Both teams, I think, will actually kind of be happy about. It can just be a demoralizing thing when you work hard for a minute and a half to score, and then 5 seconds later, there's a response from the other team. Gimmick now towards the backboard. Greasy Meister with a clear. Scrub Killer on the rotation. The Squishy sends it out to Gimmick. Great pass off the ground, now back into the middle. Greasy Meister having to dodge Squishy. Both teams getting up and in each other's faces. Not afraid to get down and dirty in the dirt. Gimmick puts it over to the side. Greasy Meister now into the corner. Gimmick back out to midfield. Scrub Killer shadowing. Picks up midfield boost. The pinch across the field. Gimmick will respond. Greasy Meister as well. Respects Greasy's positioning. Falls back into his own half and gets the nice booming clear. Scrub Killer now up. Play to his own corner and you see Squishy immediately adjust. The Scrub goes airborne. A good touch from Greasy Meister beating Gimmick in the air. Now Squishy versus Greasy Meister on the drag race back. Squishy will get there in time, but where's Scrub Killer? He's hanging back. Now with ball control, looking for an opportunity. Gimmick takes it from him. Greasy's up. The 1-2 punch here doesn't work. No, Squishy Muffins gets it away. And Gimmick now back down the field. He's got to beat Scrub. It won't happen. Back into the blue. Greasy Meister airborne on the wall. Squishy Muffins still grounded as he tries to take it onto the back wall and pushes it through. Just a punch on in, and Girls has the lead.
I love seeing Greasy Meister take this one slow here. Look, he gets that first touch and immediately he holds his boost. You can see he just tries to cover the clearing option there, and some miscommunication between Gimmick and Squishy as neither of them are able to get a solid touch on the ball.
That was a great family portrait there as every player on the pitch was right there touching the ball. Oh my goodness, Scrub Killer, just a little touch to put it back onto his teammate's hood.
I know, Girls having a bit of a slumber party there.
Yeah, having a good time. But here, 3:20 left to go. Game number 4, a one-goal lead for Girls. If they were to win this game, they would tie the series at 2 apiece. Now Gimmick over to the side. Misses the boost on the rotation from Scrub Killer. With no boost, still trying to set up Squishy Muffins here. Can't get him a shot. Greasy Meister will get a clear. Follows out. And now Gimmick, full tank. A bit more options here. Gimmick, one of the few players we talked to who said he loves playing twos. He loves how much space he has and how creative he can be. I don't know how much space he's really going to be getting against a team the caliber of Girls.
Especially with all that boost stealing, it severely limits just how much freedom you're left to have. You can see he took that boost there, but he used another 60 of it just trying to control the ball and stay on top of possession.
We're at halftime. A shot from Greasy Meister high. A follow-up from Scrub Killer does not go in. Squishy gets the block, and here comes Scrub Killer one more time. Gimmick will put it high. And Greasy Meister thinking about it, not coming in just yet. A Scrub Killer goes for the demolition on the Squishy. Gimmick recognizing that threat, moves in and cuts the rotation. Takes that ball away. The Girls will have to find another scoring opportunity. Trying to extend their lead right now. Cloud9 looking to come back into game 4. Ball sent high. Gimmick up. Actually makes the mechanical error. It's going to bounce off the crossbar. Lucky for Cloud9. Squishy will be able to take that one away. Scrub Killer falls back. Pops it away from Squishy. Looking for the back pass to Gimmick, but the dunk from Scrub Killer will stall it out, and he hits Gimmick. Actually sets him up for the goal, and that's a tie game.
This touch here that comes off the inside of the post there from Gimmick. Look, he saves the flip for that 50-50, and Scrub Killer actually pushing him in. You can hear their voices coming from the stage, just absolutely frustrated with that touch there that they had, pushing Gimmick closer to the ball.
Especially in a game of this caliber, every goal is so hard fought. It took them so long just to find a way to score once, and now they've got to do it again. It's Gimmick trying to bait players in, goes for the stall, flicks it over one, but the shadow defense holds on, but here comes Gimmick. Oh my goodness, Greasy Meister gets the Savior medal. What a recovery there. Squishy had recognized that, committed to the play, and yet Greasy Meister gets 2 great saves in a row.
A very important save there. We've seen how difficult it can be to score on this Cloud9 team.
Ooh. There's a pinch out. Midfield, Squishy has to play into his own corner. Scrubkiller demolishes in the midfield, leaves Greasy, and he wins the 50-50 handily. Over into the corner, it'll be Gimmick who picks up ball control, carrying it past one. Now Greasy Meister again, the backbone of his team at this moment, especially on defense and for the repositional touches. Greasy Meister having to do so much work.
60 seconds left on the clock.
And still, just a tie game in the final minute. Gimmick in his corner. Scrubkiller over the top of one. Here comes the shadow. Scrubkiller wins the challenge there as well. Here's a scoring opportunity. Gimmick, Squishy falls back. Scrubkiller gets it across. Gimmick down the corner. Out. Carried over the top of Greasy. Scrubkiller in his own back half will get it away, and a great clear as well to put it right back onto his teammate's hood. They can transition outwards. He's got Squishy right in front of him as Greasy Meister grabs the boost, keeps the ball on the ground, lofts it though for Scrubkiller. He takes the shot and hits the post, and it's out. No follow-up there as Cloud9 will be able to clear. Greasy Meister and Scrubkiller have to find another opportunity, and right now they've got to play some defense. Scrubkiller though all the way down. Gimmick will get there in time to clear it away with 13 seconds left. Overtime starting to look imminent here. Squishy gets over the top of one. Greasy Meister in, he misses on the wall, and now we're retreating back, just plain hot potato, keeping the ball away from Cloud9. Does not want to give them an opportunity to score. Scrubkiller, he's got the boost now up onto the wall. He could possibly find Greasy Meister. This one gets set up by Gimmick, but it will touch the ground on the interference from Squishy. We'll have overtime in game 4. Scrubkiller off the kickoff. Into the blue corner. And Gimmick on the wall. Greasy Meister challenges, keeps it in the blue. Demolition onto Greasy Meister, but Scrubkiller sends the shot a bit high. Now Squishy Muffins down the field. Greasy Meister spawns on his own back half, and Scrubkiller will actually interfere. Give Greasy Meister even more time to read the situation. Squishy Muffins off the ceiling. Scrubkiller with the interception. Winning the 50-50, and Greasy Meister takes over. Lofts it high. Squishy Muffin shots on target. No, it's just high. Scrubkiller now carried along with the ball. Gimmick into the way and looking to pinch it off the ground. Greasy Meister intercepts and kills all momentum the ball has. In the final minute, pushing down. Scrubkiller following behind this. Gimmick takes it away. This first minute of overtime, rather, about to come and go. Scrubkiller out of his own corner. A lot of play on these walls right now. Any one of them could turn into a goal. Pushing the corner. Scrubkiller misses on the wall. Able to pinch it off the ground, set it up. Gimmick's shot is high. Now Scrubkiller with ball control. Greasy Meister thinking about engaging. He wins one challenge, but now Gimmick actually has to play the ball backwards, and Scrubkiller recognizes the situation. Another pinch goal, and that gives them the win.
This is such an impressive 50-50 for Scrubkiller to go into. Knowing he has zero boost here, he picks up a single pad there, and he uses that pad to challenge Gimmick. He actually spots and goes for the read there, expecting Gimmick to move across the field there, using that touch. That was very creative play there from Scrubkiller.
That is the second time we've seen Scrubkiller dunk Gimmick like that and force him to have the last touch into his own goal. What a play. Scrubkiller taking the team on his back. It was Greasy Meister that was really got them those opportunities over and over again. There was constantly times it felt like Greasy Meister on defense had a savior medal in this medal. He had to buy girls out, had to just bail them out of these bad situations. But every time he bailed them out, he gave more time to the game, gave more time for Scrubkiller to do Scrubkiller things, and he's able to get the win.
I think that last goal that coming in for Scrubkiller is very important. We saw him hit the inside of that post, 2 or 3 times, and then bouncing right back out. We look at these highlights, you'll be able to see where things began to go for both these two teams. It was mostly the midfield, I think, that these two teams were stuck on.
Greasy Meister getting the first goal, and again, every player trying to get involved with that. It was a very tight touch, hard to see, but Scrubkiller actually assisted Greasy Meister on that goal.
And he also assisted Gimmick there on that goal too. That bump here on Gimmick, you'll see it's just unbelievable how close things are between these two teams there, and coming off the inside of that post, but not going in.
A lack of accuracy, a difficult situation, but it was Scrubkiller versus Gimmick here at the end, and Scrubkiller's able to pinch it off of Gimmick once more. Such an awareness of all the angles. He understands there's other surfaces. Walls aren't the only surfaces I get to deal with here. Players are surfaces I can play off of as well. Some celebration there as they tie up the series at 2 games apiece.
This is so close. The winner of this next game is going to be our champion of the Universal Open.
Well, we got to game
2
7.
games. Best of 7, excuse me.
They will be on match point.
Excuse me, on match point.
Yes, close one there. It's been best of 7 the whole day. I got you, man. But game 5 inbound. These teams one step closer and to being the champions, but we are nowhere closer to knowing who's going to win, as it's been so even up until this point. Scrub Killer versus Squishy. Neither team sending a cheat up. Both teams hanging back in goal. Afraid of the kickoff goals. A double commit there, but Scrub Killer will land directly in front of the net. He came out of net a bit, though. He got baited out by the play, and that's Gimmick. Says, thank you very much. I'll take a free shot at your net. You watch Scrub Killer just move out a little bit too far here.
Yeah, Scrub Killer, I think, expecting Greasy Meister to have a better challenger, but Greasy Meister, as he's low on boost, he's forced to flip towards that ball as Gimmick realizes he spots using that self-pass just to get past both of those players.
Now, Cloud9 with a lead. Then they struggled to find all of last game. Scrub Killer through the air, looking to see if he can equalize it. Squishy Muffins will take that one away cleanly. Gimmick with a pinch on the wall and following it up himself. Running a bit low on boost here. He'll try to drop it to Squishy Muffins, but he falls back, respecting Greasy Meister. Now the play past him in the midfield, looking for Scrub Killer on the demolition. Gets the bump on him. It's good enough. Great awareness from Squishy Muffins, and it's a 2-goal lead for Cloud9.
Going for this bump is so creative. That first touch there just to beat out Greasy Meister to get that 2v1 situation. Squishy sees him on the backboard, but I don't think he cares.
4:25 left to go. 2 goals here in the first minute. It's Cloud9 getting off to a hot start. Gimmick again onto the backboard. More offense here. The North Americans. Scrub Killer past 1. Now looking for a second touch. Gimmick will slam that door shut. And now giving Scrub Killer a taste of his own medicine. Using Scrub Killer as a platform he can bounce off of, and also Greasy Meister here. Finally, Scrub Killer gets a touch to go his way. Squishy wrapping around. Got Greasy Meister in front of the goal. This good shot from Squishy. Great power, great placement. Greasy Meister just has to sit and watch.
Squishy is so good in these turn shots. You'll see he doesn't use his power slide like most players. Instead, he just goes all the way into the ball, using his turn to generate as much power as possible there. And you can see just bouncing in off the bottom of that crossbar. Squishy Muffins able to bring this lead to 3-0.
3 goals, the largest lead we've seen so far in our grand finals. What has been very much just 1- and 2-goal games. Squishy now into the corner. Scrub Killer and Greasy yet to find any really decent scoring opportunities other than a few moments right off of kickoff. And Gimmick, that was past 2 players. Scrub Killer gets back in time to take it away from him, but still a dangerous situation. Squishy puts another shot near the goal. Greasy has to take it away. Tight position here from Greasy Meister and Scrub Killer as they're right underneath each other. Very tight shadow. Gimmick through the air. Scrub Killer up to challenge, but Gimmick, he's always got one more touch to get it past Scrub. He's doing a great job controlling the ball by himself. There's a bump from from Scrub Killer on the Squishy. Now Scrub Killer through the air, trying to get it past 2, but again, Gimmick just seems to have Squishy's number right now, or have Scrub Killer's number in this game right now. Great save there from Squishy.
Not much boost there from Greasy Meister. He would have been able to generate a lot more power there. He was expecting that bump from Scrub to have a little bit more success.
Scrub onto the wall. Keeps it straight at Gimmick. Able to hold on the ball control for the moment. Greasy puts it back across the box. Which here on Champions Field is more of a circle, to be completely honest. Gimmick past 1. In the shadow of Squishy, he'll pick it up just fine. Gets it past Greasy Meister and carries it all the way through. Scrub Killer again. These girls' team seems to be positioned assuming they're going to be making contact that is just not happening right now.
Well, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, that is exactly half the game still left to go here, but with 4 goals and against Cloud9, a team that has been shutting teams out all tournament long, it is not easy. I think in girls' mind right now, they're just expecting themselves to have to really go all the way forward, take it all the way home.
The Greasy Meister carry. Scrub Killer's shot goes high again. The kickoff goal could have been what kick-started girls into this game, but right now, Cloud9, an absolute strangle here on Game 5. Play this away. Scrub Killer up onto the wall. Winning the 50-50. Squishy, not a great touch here. Scrub Killer could possibly get it underneath him, but no, Squishy recovers just fine, and Gimmick helps him out to get the ball back to midfield. Scrub Killer turning to try and take the shot quickly, and he does. Excellent accuracy from Scrub Killer, and we got girls on the board.
And perhaps Gimmick and Squishy there, a little miscommunication. Greasy Meister, really good job not trying to put any power on that play at all. Just trying to distribute that ball and move it out into space there for Scrub Killer to take a good shot. The Batmobile will generate more than enough power to do that. And the big difference for me this series, seeing seeing Cloud9 really utilizing Gimmick to bring that ball upfield. We see Squishy so often give up possession, just let Gimmick go for those 50-50s, those air dribbles, and let Squishy play from behind.
Gimmick always seems to be going for a softer than usual first touch to give him the opportunity to go for that second touch again. Baits Scrub Killer in on the trajectory of the first touch. It's a clever way to eliminate one of the strongest 1v1 players in the game.
Yeah, as you keep your options open, you're just kind of baiting that player into the 50-50 game, saying, hey, you know what, you want the ball? You're gonna have to commit, come and get it.
Come on and get it. Right now it's been working out, up by 3 goals. And approaching the final minute, down by 3. Still definitely a possible comeback, and if anybody can do it, Scrub Killer and Greasy Meister going to be in a good situation. Right now Squishy, fast one, Gimmick up. Looking for the shot here, can he put it in? No, it's going to hit the post. In the final minute, game 5, Squishy trying to do it by himself for those last-minute heroics. Gimmick looking at an opportunity, but not liking Scrub Killer's positioning as he gives him the ball off the landing here. And now Gimmick going to try and dribble Greasy Meister. They'll play it away, but it goes to the side. No transitional contact just yet here for girls. They're constantly just having to play defensively in a double commit there to the corner. Can Gimmick get it here to Squishy? Can he do it by himself? Neither happens. The Squishy will try to wrap this one back high. But this play, just keeping the ball on the girls' backboard, happy for Cloud9 to do that, because they will just continue just to run the clock down and get this win.
Just wasting time here. It's all up to girls to find the space. They're gonna have to beat a defender, and then there's usually another Cloud9 member who's lurking, ready for a challenge. Like you see there, Gimmick, he immediately turns to that midfield. They're just trying to control this girls' team.
They're stopping him in midfield. The ball hasn't been in the balloon forever. Finally, we'll see a breakout, and it actually goes in with 10 seconds left, 2 goals. If you can get the kickoff goal, it's possible. But neither team has been cheating up this game. That's going to make the kickoff goals very difficult. Maybe we'll see girls go for it here on this kickoff.
Expect to see Cloud9 here lose this kickoff on purpose. The fake kickoff here would do a good job of limiting any offensive potential here coming from girls.
Both teams actually opt for the kickoff, and neither team goes for the fake. The time is running ticking down on the clock. They're just keeping the ball up near the ceiling. That touch from Squishy will do it. Run all the time off the clock here and guarantee that Cloud9 wins this game. Scrub Killer might put in one more just for good measure, but it won't change the outcome, and it won't even go in at all. Cloud9 now, 3 games they have scored, 1 away from being the North American Universal Open champions here over the European girls.
For girls here, what do they need to change? When you look at what is going wrong, it's a matter of being able to adapt to this midfield control here coming from Cloud9. They've decided to just slow the game down, and that's largely in part here due to Gimmick. Gimmick is doing a great job staying on that ball, just kind of suffocating any player, and the ball as well. He's not letting it out of his hands.
It has been incredible to watch how much Gimmick has taken control of this match. Things started off not great for girls, and it never really improved this entire game. Double commits all over the place, and mostly overcommitment and anticipating your teammates to win the 1v1 battles, and they were consistently losing that, mostly in part to Gimmick.
He's been doing such a good job positionally, being a huge impact for his team. Here you can see Squishy. He is so good at those power shot opportunities. There's just no chance there for girls. And you can see with half the game still left to go, they were on their 4th goal here. It was just goal after goal after goal. It felt non-stop for Cloud9.
The girls was able to kind of shut them down in the second half of the game, but at the same time, Cloud9 happy just to sit back and play defense, just avoid any rough situations. The sort of random things that can happen in 2v2s, you want to eliminate as many of those possibilities, and so they would just sit back in their goals, play some clean defense, and their midfield rotations were very impressive.
And I think there's going to be a couple questions here asked from Greasy Meister, a player who by himself was doing a lot of great defensive work, but we didn't see so much of it in the last game. We saw a few uncharacteristic misses, things that were not so successful for them.
Well, Game 5 just concluded. We'll be going into Game 6 shortly, but folks, man, well, girls, if they can win this one, we'll go to Game 7, and right now, they've got to be feeling the weight. They've got to win 2 straight here against Cloud9. We know they can do it. They've already won 2 games in this series, but that game we just saw, Cloud9 looked about the best they've ever looked.
It's been so impressive, really, to see just how Cloud9 adapts so quickly. It has been almost immediately, not even taking a full game to be able to make those adaptations, just implementing them constantly. And you know, this teamwork we've seen now between Gimmick and between Squishy, it has just been a sight to see. Let's see if they can do it for one more game, or if girls will be able to hold on and bring it to game number 7.
Game 7 will be pretty hype. I'm rooting for Game 7 here. As Greasy Meister, he's rooting for Game 7 as well. A beautiful shot to give girls an early lead here in Game 6.
I just mentioned questions asked of Greasy Meister. He was such a star in those earlier games. You know what? He just brought it on back just like that. I'll do it all by myself. Greasy Meister with a double touch.
Off the kickoff as well. Something that girls struggled to find any of in the last game. Finally, able to get one quickly. The fewest amount of variables. Scrub Killer trying to pinch it off of Squishy here, and we'll keep the ball in midfield now. Gimmick up. Been a thorn in the side of girls this entire time. Squishy's shot on target. Scrub Killer will save it away. Now Greasy over the top of one. Finally winning the 50-50 with Gimmick. And Scrub Killer moves in to take control. Squishy will send it back. Very fast play along this wall. Pinch from Greasy. All the way back down. Scrub Killer picks it up in the corner. Sends the shot towards the post, and Gimmick makes the save. Squishy now on the wall. Reposition from Greasy Meister underneath is good. Takes over ball control, sends the shot towards the goal. This one a bit wide, and Gimmick having to play a lot of defense. Scrub Killer lurking in the back, watching for Cloud9 to go up. When no one went up, he'll take it himself, but misses the second touch there onto the goal. And now Gimmick has the counter attack, and Scrub Killer's got to be kicking himself for missing that one.
Right, you're so right about that. That shot here, you can see there's nothing Squishy could have done. He was just turned around and saying, you know what? If this ball comes right at me, great. If he misses, great. Other than that, there's nothing I can do. But that quick pass there to Gimmick, great job from Gimmick, actually moving it to position, recognizing that this is going to be a good counterattacking opportunity here if Scrub Killer misses.
And to have the presence of mind to realize there is a chance Scrub Killer misses this, where should I be if he misses it? The sort of thing that sets Cloud9 apart. They have now tied it up here in Game 6. A lead in Game 6 is all they need. There's a loft, 3:42 left on the clock. Scrub Killer into the corner. Picks up his own boost. Greasy Meister in the goal. A hit over the top of one. Gimmick in his own territory will pick up ball control. Try to flick it over Scrub Killer, and actually knocks Scrub Killer back as well. Just strengthen the defensive back line of girls. Give Greasy Meister confidence he needs to boom this one out. Now Squishy over the top of one. Scrub Killer up to take it away and gets it out before Squishy can dunk him. Greasy Meister steals it from Gimmick. Scrub Killer out of his own corner. Now Squishy Meister? Yeah, let's just run names together. Squishy right in front of him. Gimmick over to the side now. He'll play it laterally.
If anything, that's a good name for Season 3.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine those two guys on the same team? Squishy coming off the back wall. Out to midfield and approaching halftime here in Game 6. Cloud9 would be happy to win and just take the whole thing home with them. They're still all tied up.
More creative 1v2 defending here from Squishy. He's been doing some heroic defensive work here.
Greasy Meister into the corner. Gimmick following along. Scrub straight back out to midfield. It's a decent clear, but it goes straight to Squishy Muffins. Now back in the middle. Scrub Killer now with a nice hit down the field. Greasy Meister trying to dunk Gimmick. It goes off the backboard with a lot of pace. Scrub Killer will be the first one to pick it up. He pops it high. Gimmick now responding at midfield on the front line. Here comes Greasy Meister over the top. He could possibly double tap this one, but he's got Squishy to deal with first, and Squishy is not having any of it. Gets the clear. Now Scrub Killer towards Gimmick. Can't dunk him this time. And get the boost steal. And girls starting to mount pressure for the first time in a long time. They've got ball control in enemy territory. Can he sneak it underneath? No, Squishy steals it away. Looks to extend the play, but Scrub Killer puts it back. And now Gimmick down the field after the retreating defensive Greasy Meister will buy some time.
It's been all Squishy Muffins on defense here for this Cloud9 roster. We haven't seen girls here utilize the bumps or the demos, which may be what is necessary, considering how successful Squishy's been.
Is this in? Scrub Killer. Was that from his own corner?
That was from his own wall. What?
Is that the longest snipe possible in Rocket League? I mean, like, he wasn't from his corner, but still, holy
Look at the
cow.
power.
All the way. Yeah, defend that, Cloud9. Just leave someone in goal for the rest of the game. That's the only way you can deal with that impressive play from Scrub Killer.
Putting those clears on target, that's something that you just really struggle to do regularly. It's so difficult. But when you do it, it really punishes the other team.
And it gives girls a much-needed lead. Oh my goodness, Gimmick's gonna try and take it away right away. And see if he can get it down to Squishy. Drops it down, the guillotine will collapse, and Squishy ties it up.
It's gonna be a little bit heartbreaking here for girls. The double 50-50 there from Gimmick was the most important. And you actually see Scrub Killer and Greasy Meister with the same idea, both coming up off their own back wall. If one had maybe stayed on the ground, that might have been the difference.
And just, I mean, I love that Scrub Killer gets kind of a freak snipe pinch to take the lead. And Cloud9 takes it back with an amazing team play. They are playing like Universal Open champions. They want this desperately here. They want to avoid Game 6. Do not give girls any opportunity to win this game. Play like a team that wants to end it here in this next minute. Gimmick in his own corner. Open the bait in Greasy. No one taking the bait just yet. They're trying to beat out Scrub. Ball's in midfield.
You mentioned just how demoralizing it can be. You take so long for you to get the goal, the difference maker, and just like that, Cloud9 able to equalize.
Equalize so quickly.
Not off of a fluke goal by any means either.
Here, this one going the other direction. Is this one in from Squishy? No, Greasy Meister makes it there in time. 40 seconds left here in Game 6, and we're tied with Greasy Meister and Squishy. The pinch going back. The pinches are just going Cloud9's way right now. Scrub Killer up in the air to carry it away. Trying to get the lead back, and he gets underneath the double tap when he needs it most. 28 seconds left, and Girls has it.
Look at this air dribble. He controls it. He gets that second touch using his air roll to get the extra distance necessary. And we've seen Gimmick so good on defense, Squishy so good on defense, but nothing left.
And Scrub Killer just like that. The 7-11 dual force achievement here, folks. What an accomplishment for him. Go get yourself some brisk to celebrate. You know he'll be drinking it after the game, and Greasy puts one more in. They're going to try and secure Game 6 and take us to Game 7.
Both of these two shots, so much power on them. Look at this, and Greasy Meister shooting again quickly on that same close post there. That's going to be very good for him and difficult to defend for Cloud9.
22 seconds left. Can Cloud9 score 2? Scrub Killer over the side. Squishy Muffins. Need to take a shot, finds Gimmick, goes for the pass play, a smart play, but Greasy Meister sees it coming from a mile away and blocks it away. 10 seconds left. It's all up to Cloud9. Scrub Killer over to the side here. He comes up and he wins the 50-50, keeping this ball in enemy territory. The clock expires. They've done it here as Girls will take Game 6. And Quinn, Game 7 inbound, one game to win it all.
Could we have asked for a better storyline? You couldn't dream things like this up. This is incredible. Seeing those shots there, especially from Scrub Killer, we saw at first those unbelievable, I want to say it's a fluke coming there from Scrub, but right afterwards he did it again with that air dribble. He's doing this all by himself, and Greasy Meister as well. Just so many incredible individual plays coming from these guys. They don't want to go home.
Back and forth and back and forth. We've had nobody has won 2 games in a row. And for Girls, that's not good at this point. They have to win Game 7 following Game 6 if they want to be the champions here. Cloud9, there to try and make it as difficult as possible. What a game this was, as Girls was able to finally light it up and take a win.
That first double touch there, being able to go cross goal like that, that is so much more difficult than it looks, and very well done from Greasy Meister. But here, this came off of the missed shot there from Scrub Killer. That's so defeating to know that not only did you miss a chance to increase your lead, but Cloud9 able to score and increase their lead off that counterattack.
Some great saves as well to make this game what it was. Scrub Killer's ridiculous shot. It's legitimately harder to make a longer shot than that in Rocket League. Off his own back
There's nowhere.
But then the immediate response here from Gimmick, just dropping it straight down. Squishy doesn't even let it touch the ground as he's able to tie this game back up. But in the end, it was about Girls, and Scrub Killer started to do Scrub Killer things here. He was able to finally get that double tap.
And you can see here, Greasy Meister, look at him. He goes for this last shot, just rubbing it in. Listen to the girls here. You can hear them just erupt.
Let's go! Let's go!
To be in Game 7. At this point, it's all down to this. It's all down to this 5 minutes. They could send it to overtime, but neither of these teams want it. They want to win it right here, right now, in dominant fashion. But if the Universal Open has taught us anything, it's going to be an absolute brawl going into Game 7 on Champions Field. Folks, let's get up and get loud. It's game day. Let's crown ourselves a Universal Open champion. I can't wait to find out who it's going to be. Cloud9 in the blue, Girls in the orange, and 5 minutes to take it all. Early aggression from Girls into the corner. Breezy looking for the back pass to Scrub Killer, moves in, pops it high. Squishy up to follow it. Drops down, doesn't make very solid contact, but Gimmick bails him out. Greasy Meister now onto the backboard again. Gimmick's present, a second miss on the back wall for Cloud9, and Gimmick has to touch it a second time. Up high, Squishy's not in a great place. Scrub Killer gets it past him. Gimmick's touch goes straight out to Greasy Meister. And right now, Girls, not like a team that wants to win. Got all the ball control. And every touch being so meaningful. Finally, some success for Cloud9 as they're able to get out of their own half, but immediately countered by Greasy Meister back into the blue corner. Squishy turns to the air, starting to run low on boost. Scrubkiller is able to take it away. Now Greasy Meister dribbling this one up, taking a shot. Gimmick gets the block. Scrubkiller tried to bump Gimmick out of the way. It was a smart play. But no immediate response there from Cloud9 and a pop from Greasy. Squishy will be able to respond to the ball in the field.
You know that girls are going to be a little bit discouraged. That was a 2v1 opportunity there for them to go for that bump play, but Greasy taking his shot a little quickly there, too quickly for Scrubkiller to have an impact.
There's a shot from Gimmick, a save from Greasy. Into the corner. Greasy will pick up the boost, and Scrubkiller looking to get this one away. Now Scrub passing to Squishy. Greasy Meister on the shadow, clears it to the side. Gimmick now. Scrubkiller and Squishy up in the top. It will be Greasy Meister who plays it up midfield. Gimmick will be the first one there and booms it straight back down towards the goal. Greasy Meister right back. Just volleying the ball back and forth. Squishy bumping Scrubkiller a bit, trying to solo control the ball into enemy territory. Now Gimmick through the air. Can he find the double tap? No, it's stolen away by Scrubkiller. 3 minutes left to go here in Game 7. Nobody with an advantage just yet. Squishy dropping his back, trying to get the fake. Scrubkiller not having any of it. It's lofted for Greasy, now into the corner. Gimmick up with the win from Greasy Meister. Squishy pulling on the ball control. And Scrubkiller now into the corner. Looks to set up Greasy Meister. Comes in and Gimmick wins the challenge. Scrubkiller will beat the ball to his own goal and carry it to the corner. But now halftime here in Game 7. Nobody scoring. Great opportunities on both sides, but midfield control in particular breaking up most pushes.
We've seen Cloud9, they keep going for the self-dish here, back off that backboard. Looking to wait for the opportunity with the boost screen to come from girls, but there hasn't yet been the mistake.
Squishy tried to carry it off his back wall, but ended up just having to drop it in his own corner. Now looking to linebacker it up. Can't find the touches. He'll boom it towards the goal. Is it just in? Is Greasy Meister out? He is. Cloud9. They find an opening on the rotation. They score, and with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left, they've got everything they need to win.
And there's a bump there from Gimmick off screen. You could not see. He went straight for Greasy Meister, pushed him out of the way.
2 minutes left. Cloud9 can hold on. The victory is theirs. Kickoff, Scrubkiller goes up, demolishes Gimmick, but Squishy play it into enemy territory here, looking for the goal. He's just got to beat Greasy Meister. Scrubkiller comes in from the side. Help his teammate. Gimmick again. A nuisance, a thorn in the side of girls this whole time. He'll demo him for the second time since this kickoff. Squishy winning 150-50. The bump from Greasy gives Scrubkiller some time, and now Gimmick baited up. Greasy Meister over the top of Squishy as well. Moving in enemy territory, looking for the scoring opportunity. A demolition on a Greasy Meister now in enemy territory as Scrubkiller keeps it in the corner. Can he get the second touch? He does. Pops it in the middle. Greasy Meister starting to move up here and hoping to challenge Squishy. Squishy puts it back down.
Those demolitions so huge, not only clearing all defensive pressure, but Greasy Meister needs to wait for that respawn and rotate back with no boost.
Greasy Meister, Gimmick demolished a third time here. The Scrubkiller with ball control. Greasy Meister backs off. He could have just gone and bumped Gimmick, but instead he fell back for boost. Now Gimmick looking for a shot opportunity in the final minute of Game 7 here. Seconds separating Cloud9 from victory. Girls looking for the opportunity to tie it up and send us to overtime. So far, they can't find it. Greasy Meister back over to the front. Gimmick out to midfield and Scrubkiller now around the corner. The ball spent a lot of time in Cloud9's half, but finally Squishy Muffin's able to break it out. Now over the top of one, Scrubkiller up into the corner again. Squishy keeps the pressure on by himself, and Gimmick just shadowed in the midfield. 30 seconds remaining, just a 1-goal deficit for girls. Anything, any goal would tie us up here. As Gimmick plays it up high. Gimmick now back down. Scrubkiller over the side. Greasy Meister demolishing his own half, buying so much time here. Scrubkiller has to play defense with Squishy. He's happy just to burn time off the clock. A double commit in goal in the final countdown. Gimmick says, "Come get me, Scrubkiller," and he plays it past him. Greasy puts it up to midfield, but the control from Cloud9. They put in a second goal with 1 second remaining. 2 goals can't happen. The final kickoff will be a formality as Cloud9 will secure the Universal Open Championship.
They have fought so hard through this upper bracket to make this possible. And like you said, at this point, just a formality, this kickoff.
They'll hit it, and it's over. Cloud9, North America, is victorious, and they will take home the trophy.
Your Universal Open champions of Season 2, Cloud9.
You see them embracing their opponents. Hard-fought battle all the way to the end, but through the upper bracket. Mom's crying, mom's happy. An impressive victory for her son there. It's been a while since the Cloud9 boys have taken home a victory like this. You know they're going to be happy to bring that one home for the org.
Yeah, that was a good-looking game there. An incredible performance from girls, our runner-up. But Cloud9 came undefeated through the upper bracket, showed us time and again that they had the skills to make this victory happen. And now we stand at the end of the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals with Cloud9 as our champions. I am so excited for these boys, so excited what it means for them in the future. We have, a lot to discuss here when it comes to the games, when it comes to how they were able to do this. I want to ask you guys, as we head into the highlights, take a look at the plays from that last match. How did Cloud9 do it? How did they come together in these last
Midfield
moments?
control was the name of this grand finals. If you could control the midfield, you gave yourself opportunities to score. And against two teams whose defense was absolutely incredible, you needed every chance you could get. And Cloud9 did an excellent job. A few long shots to help them out as well. And oh my goodness, they were able to take the victory.
The big thing for me here, Rachel, it's going to be looking at the demolitions here coming from Cloud9. It's something that they didn't really bring out earlier in the series, just waiting for it. And when you do that, when you just kind of have that ace trick up your sleeve, you're able to just catch the opponent completely off guard here. In Cloud9, when it mattered most, you could see that first attempt there from Gimmick on that bump. Squishy takes that shot right there, and the goal is wide open.
And it might look like they're just not that excited or whatever, but there's no fans here. The fans are all online. So the moment they take the victory, go into the phones.
Yeah, they'll be talking to you guys online. And one of the things I want to say about Cloud9's play throughout, they have evolved. And like you said, Quinn, they've kind of been hiding things. We saw them in those first couple matches. We saw a hint of what was to come with their fake outs, with their mind games, how present they were in the thought processes of every other team. And it worked out great. We're taking a look at girls now. They got to be feeling good, even though they're not feeling it right now, because they put in the work.
Can we just, I just want to talk. I'm just so happy for Scrub Killer. On his first big outing here, this is the biggest tournament before his initiation into the RLCS, and what a performance into Game 7 in the Grand Finals, this close to taking that victory home here.
It's never easy to lose, especially in such an important tournament with so much on the line. But these guys really put it all out there. We saw Greasy Meister. We know that he had something to prove as well. His last season in the RLCS, maybe not as successful as he would have liked, not having the impact he would have liked. But these guys really impressed. You could hear all the players. They mentioned it. Girls, this is the team to watch out for, and bringing it all the way through that lower bracket into the finals, taking their second series against Cloud9 in the same day to game number 7. There's nothing left to say about it.
Yeah, you had your point exactly there about Cloud9. They knew they wanted to go up against girls in the finals here because they knew they could beat them, and they were correct. They did just that. All right, guys, we will present the championship trophy and speak with our champions in a moment. During the latter stages of today's grand finals, we learned the breaking news that a shooting had occurred at the Madden Esports tournament in Jacksonville, Florida. From everyone here at the Universal Open, our thoughts and prayers go out to those affected by this act, the victims of this tragedy, as well as the esports community as a whole. Esports, we can overcome this, and we can love each other and do better. Please and thank you. Here we have a look at our winners. These are the boys from Cloud9. They've been putting in work since the beginning, distinguishing themselves by reputation before they even got to the Universal Open, and now there's the proud mom clapping for her team. And that's Mary Lou there. She's been supporting the boys throughout. We also got Torment here supporting his team. So many people coming together for Cloud9. And it takes a community standing behind them now, but the only Squishy Muffins and Gimmick get to stand here on our stage at the Universal Open Rocket League 2v2 tournament. Wave Punk, Quinn, you've watched these boys compete throughout this entire event. What do you think of them standing here on the stage?
We officially were introduced to these guys as the Muffin Men back in DreamHack Atlanta forever ago, and they've been chasing victories ever since. Finally getting one here in the 2v2 stage. It's been so cool to watch.
Yeah, so proud of them because they really fought hard, especially when Europe has dominated the scene 2v2 and 3v3. We finally get to see Cloud9 getting the success they feel, and I also feel they deserve.
That's right, and we've had a great cause attached to our Universal Open Rocket League goals throughout the entire event, through qualifiers, through the regionals, and now all the way through our grand finals. We had 286 goals scored today, each of those worth 200 meals for the World Food Program USA, bringing us up to 57,200 meals donated in these last 3 days alone. And when we consider the qualifiers, when we consider the regionals, we are up to 2,104 goals. That takes us to 83,705 meals donated. Love to see the good that esports does. Really incredible. Now, let's go over to Larry, who has our fantastic trophy.
And yes, we are here with the winners, Cloud9, the Universal Open Rocket League Season 2 champions. And guys, you pulled it off. Look, we've talked about it before. Offensively, you guys have been great. You wanted these guys for a second time. What does it mean to be champions in Season 2?
I mean, it's amazing. It's finally nice to win another LAN. It's been almost a year, so it feels good.
You guys got together after last season. You had Torment playing, and now you're part of this team. What does it mean to you, Gimmick, to be a champion right now?
Honestly, I just feel bad for Torment. It's like if he was the problem, but he's a great player. We got lucky, I guess.
We talk about offensively and how you guys play. You guys can strike from anywhere, one of the better teams offensively in Rocket League. Defense was important there in that Game 7. How important was that defense, and how impressive were you guys to shut those guys out in that Game 7?
We were just calming absolutely everything. Every time one of us would have the ball or have time, we'd call it. We made sure we were talking to each other the entire time, letting each other know when it's okay to do things.
Good shots of your mom back there, Mama Squishy, Mary Lou back there. What does it mean to have your mom cheering you on? I mean, she was pretty emotional backstage.
Like I said, it's amazing. She's one of the best moms out there, obviously. I couldn't be happier with all the support she shows me.
Congratulations, guys. The Universal Open Rocket League Season 2 champions, Cloud9, guys.
That's a bit of a workout there, lifting that big old trophy, and they're gonna have to, I don't know, what do you do with a trophy that wonderful? Do you timeshare it? Do you trade it back and forth?
You find a way to steal it.
Sleep with it in your bed. It's your nightlight now. That thing's gorgeous. I want it.
Well, this is the conclusion of what was a long and storied tournament series, beginning with the qualifiers, beginning with over 1,000 teams. We worked our way down to just the regionals, and then from there we had only 8 teams remaining, which started us off this week here at the Grand Finals.
It's been a wild ride. It's been awesome to watch these teams play. Some amazing celebrations, some heartbreak on both sides. Great stories everywhere, and it's great to see 2v2 Rocket League get a home like this here in the Universal Open. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's been so much support, and to see these players not only just embrace the Universal Open, but come here and really bring in their A game. We saw so many new players in the regionals really willing to kind of ply their trade, take it to the grand finals with a whole new level of Rocket League. That has just been so awesome to see.
Well, we touched on it throughout the event. We talked about it several times, but what I want to know is, in the greater context of Rocket League esports, what does the Universal Open do for us? It's a 2v2 tournament, very different from the 3v3 we normally see, opens up opportunities for players, shows us skills and abilities that we might not get to see in the regular season. How else does it help Rocket League grow?
The thing is that the Universal Open is kind of the only home for 2v2 competitive Rocket League on this scale. And the thing is, it has a massive open qualifier, though. So if you have a friend and you think you guys are pretty good at Rocket League, you can enter the Universal Open. You can compete. There's not a lot of places at the highest level of competition where you can just pick up one friend. Oftentimes, you got to find 2 friends, because it's 3v3. But here, one other person, you can show up and you can compete.
Now I want to know, we saw a lot of impressive players. We had 2 very impressive players here at the end, Squishy Muffins and Gimmick, but so many throughout. So aside from our Cloud9 champions, I want to know, who impressed you guys most over the course of this event?
Oh,
Let me tell you, I have to give shout-outs to Greasy Meister and Scrub. Honestly, when I saw
I feel like
those
I could have
guys,
predicted that.
no, okay, when I saw them,
That's the
I
easy
didn't.
answer.
Okay, I really did not expect them to be so successful. Those two guys, they don't play together on a 3v3 team like Squishy and Gimmick do, and that means that they need to work on so much more. Just from the start, they have an uphill battle to climb, and being able to do that through the lower bracket. When you're 15, what were you doing at 15?
Oh, I was picking my nose. I was not doing anything productive. I was very impressed with Seoul Esports and Sastro and a few of the smaller teams in the regionals who nobody really was paying attention to up until the regionals happened. And again, giving these teams who have been putting the work in but just haven't gotten the platform to show off how good they are, giving them an opportunity to be what they are.
Absolutely, guys. Well, I do want to say thank you so much, Quinn Lobdell, Wave Punk. Of course, we had Jorby and James Bott here joining me, aka Seltzer, on the desk. We had Larry Ridley doing all our interviews, all the players who put so much love, effort, work, and experience into this tournament. And also, huge shout out to the guys at Face It, the guys at NBC Sports, who did an incredible job presenting esports to a brand new audience. And hopefully, we have a long home here at NBC for esports. It's a match made in heaven. I want to thank you all for watching. You're an incredible audience. Go out, do good, be good to each other, and love each other. Have a good day, everyone.